Hey everybody, welcome to my first video. I am going to show everybody how I make goat milk soap. This will make roughly 66 bars, and if you follow along you'll learn how to make them yourself. These are all of the ingredients that you will need. Starting off with sugar, then we have apricot kernel oil, next is coconut oil, olive oil pomace, unscented cocoa butter wafers, palm oil. This is sodium hydroxide, which is the lye, and then the frozen goat milk. So this is milked, filtered, frozen in ice cubes, and then stored in the freezer until I'm ready to make the soap. Fragrance, and then something that's not technically necessary, but I use it, is titanium dioxide. I use this in the soap to make it lighter in color. These are all of the tools that you will need. Stainless steel bowl. This is important because the lye will heat up and will melt plastic, so you have to have glass or stainless steel. Also, the spoon that you mix with has to be stainless steel. Then we have a hand mixer, and I have a digital scale. And then you can use bowls or anything. I like to use these paint containers from Lowe's, and they'll do all my measurements in that. I also have a scraper for at the end when I want to smooth the top of the soap just so they're all even. And I use a ladle whenever the soap is ready in that trace. I'll scoop it and pour it into the mold. Okay, we're going to start off by putting my measuring cup on the scale, and I'm going to zero it out. Make sure that you do that, it's very important. I have it set on fluid ounces. So the first ingredient is apricot kernel oil, and I need 21.2 ounces. So we'll start pouring. Now after every ingredient, I'm going to pour it into this separate bowl here that I'm going to use when I heat up all of the oils together. Okay, next we're going to do 35.2 ounces of coconut oil. This one's kind of harder to squeeze out. Sometimes you have to warm it up in the microwave. Don't forget to zero out your scale. We're just going to squeeze it out. Okay, now I have 35.2 ounces, and we're going to add that into this bowl. That one took a while. Next we'll use olive oil pomace, and we will need 46 ounces. So I might have to pour some of this out and then start again. So I'm going to do 20 and then 20. Add that. Okay, now is the deodorized cocoa butter wafers, and we are going to have 10 ounces of these. I switched the bowl just so it wouldn't be all sticky. And I'm going to zero it out. And so we're going to do 10 ounces. We'll add those. And now I'm going to do the palm oil, which I'm going to warm this up because it is solid. Okay, this is the palm oil after I've heated it up, and we will use 28 ounces. Adding this oil in, our last one. I'm kind of pushing it on my pot size, so if you have a bigger one, that would probably be ideal. Now I'm going to put it on the stove at a very low temperature and melt it all together, and I don't want it to get too hot, so just keep an eye on it. Okay, I'm going to heat these up. I'm going to put it on a low to medium temperature. I don't want it to get too high over 130 degrees because the oils will have to cool off, and that's the temperature we will use to mix the goat milk and the lye with the oils at the end. Here's all the goat milk I have frozen. It's kind of melted a little bit since I've started the video, which is fine, but we need 46.4 ounces. Might have to get another bag. Okay, I'm going to put this in my stainless steel bowl. This is the bowl we're going to be mixing all of the lye with. So now we're going to measure the lye. This part's important. You should wear a mask because you should not inhale all of the dust particles. Okay, adding the lye, we are going to use 19.6 ounces. In this part, this is where we're going to add the lye to the frozen goat milk. You're gonna add a little bit at a time. So we'll start with the first layer, and it'll start melting it. You don't want to add it all at once. Okay, now it's starting to melt a lot more. So you can see it's getting liquidy. And you want to keep constantly stirring. Okay, everything is melted. I'm going to put this into a pan that has an ice water bath underneath it. So I'll set this inside of it and let it all cool off. Those have cooled to 100 degrees. It can be 130 or lower. And then I have all of this goat milk and lime mixture. So I'm going to slowly add it in pulse, mixing it all together. And I'm also going to add my titanium dioxide. That's going to make everything lighter. And I'm going to mix it until it becomes just a little bit thick and makes little peaks, and then that's when I know it's ready to pour into the molds. This part I just wanted to show you how I know it's ready because everything is thickened. Just like this. So now I'm going to hurry and put them in the molds with my ladle. I'm going to do it kind of messy just because I'm in a hurry. It's already setting up way too fast. And then I'm going to scrape the tops off smooth and make sure there's no bubbles in them. I have made 53 bars of soap, and they're about 4 ounces each, so it's not quite 66 that I'm used to, but these are bigger molds, and we will unmold them tomorrow after they set up if they're ready, and I will bring you along with me. It's been 24 hours. Let's see how they turned out. These are all the soaps we made. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please comment below and I will try to answer as much as I can.